Hello and welcome back to Wednesday's vlog. Going to get straight into it this time. It's getting windy outside, so I'm getting this one sorted early because there's not much filming I can do outside. So we've got a few things in today. We'll just go around when I get the Transit Custom in, 19 plate. It's currently running. Again, just so you can see, all Ford parts we've used. So it's going to be getting the air filter done. We've done the fuel filter, which on these comes as a whole unit. Now look at the state of this. That should be white. That's absolutely filthy, that, for a fuel filter. But you get the whole casing with them on a 19 plate. And that's just under here. You'll have to excuse the noise of the engine. So you get the whole casing. I just want to show you one of these underneath so you get the idea. That's your fuel tank. That's your, just so everybody knows about AdBlue. That's your AdBlue tank. So when you're going over, I see a lot of people with these Transits thinking that they're like off-road vehicles. If you start going off-road in one of these, look how low that hangs down. You'll smash the AdBlue tank, you'll smash your fuel tank. It just seems to be the new in thing people are doing, putting these big chunky tyres on Transits and thinking that they've got some kind of off-road vehicle. Honestly, the proper 4x4 Transits are adapted with covers on these and everything. So that's that. I just wanted to show you as well, a lot of expense with these. That up there, which is basically the size of the engine block, is your DPF. They are absolutely huge. And what you've also got on these, like I've mentioned, is AdBlue. So you've got an AdBlue injector, which sits further up there. As you can see, that's the actual pipe that feeds the AdBlue. And you can see it. In fact, I'm going to have to address that. I've just found a fault while doing the film in there. See that? That has actually been rubbing through on the heat shield. And that was just about to start leaking AdBlue. And as you can see up there, that cylinder, that there is your AdBlue injector. Something else we found wrong with this van, this unit here is your NOx sensor, which goes into the exhaust, and this was hanging down loose. And I tell you now, these are very, very expensive, and they're actually part of this wire here is part of this little ECU box, and then it plugs into the van here. So if this breaks, or that gets damaged, you've got to replace the whole ECU on it, the little module. It costs a fortune. I've just been explaining to my dad there about that pipe that I found. So yeah, with these as well, I'll switch the camera back. These are what you call your Eco Blue. Just be very, very careful to fit these engines in the Rangers. They're not a very good engine at all. They've got a wet belt in them, which, as I've explained in previous videos, it's a rubber belt which runs inside the engine in the oil. And either the teeth all snap off and clog the oil suction, like the oil feed pipe, and knocks your engine, or the belt itself just snaps, and again, end of story. And it's very, very expensive. If you do go for one of these Transits, the 2.2s aren't that much of a better reputation, but they're a lot more reliable than these Eco Blues. Or if you do have one, which unfortunately if you want a new van these days you can't avoid them, unfortunately, is just do what this guy does and look after it way above and beyond what Ford say. I believe the first service on these is no oil change. It's like 20,000 mile on an oil change, which is crazy when you've got a wet belt. So I'll swing the camera around. Obviously Ford do kits, and they actually work out quite reasonably priced. So you get believe it or not, that is genuine Ford oil from Ford. The special 030 Ford spec for them. And like I've mentioned, you get all genuine parts. So you get your fuel filter, which I've shown you in the drainer, the oil filter, which is just a basic metal screw-on one. And you've seen over there on the table, that's your air filter. So yeah, so that's what this is in for. It's going to get front tyres done in a couple of weeks and rear pads done, bar that it's been checked over, bar the things we've found. We've got this little thing in here. Make your own opinions of how they look. But Jeremy Clarkson once made a phrase about the Chrysler Crossfire, what the Chrysler Crossfire looks like at the back, and I'll let you to your own description if you know what I'm talking about on this one. But yeah, this is in for MOT, but it's the usual kind of thing where I'm astonished how people can use them. I mean, fair enough, the back wiper's not part of the MOT, it's hanging to bits. I've got one on order, but what gets me, really, is how can people on a 66 plate car drive? Honestly, I have not done this prior to the car coming in. Drive with wiper blades like that. You know, like, that would aggravate me, something rotten. You know? And I know that they're rusty for a start. but they're just hanging to bits. You know, obviously falling to bits. So, what I've got ordered for this, which I unfortunately can't put in the video because by the time they get here, I want to get the video uploaded and get it out to you guys earlier rather than later, is I get the Denzel hybrid blades. And what Denzel hybrid blades are, basically what these would leave the factory with, and Toyotas and Mitsubishi, and they're just a fantastic blade. They're basically a metal blade with a plastic casing over them, and they do work very well. I haven't checked this yet, but unfortunately I need to get on with it. So it's a 66 plate car, bar some tyres or brake pads or something. I can't imagine it would need anything for an MOT. Quite a funky little thing if that's what you're into, but I don't mind the front end of them too much, but it's the back end with the way it's sloped down and the little skinny tyres. I don't know, it's everybody to their own, but I mean the interior's good enough, you know. I mean it's all right. What is it? 38,000 mile. Believe it or not, I did a service light reset on this exact car when I first started my channel, and I was looking. It's got one of my highest rated videos, how to reset a service light on a Suzuki Ignis. So weird how YouTube works on your facts and figures. I really don't understand how it does that, but whatever. Yeah, so that's that anyway. I'll just go and quickly grab the keys to the other one because this car is one of my channel viewers. So I thought I would add it on. I'll just get the key. I'll have to apologise in advance because the wind outside is horrendous. It really is horrendous. In fact, there's been another weather warning out for wind today. I think we've had enough wind. See, it might be impossible to even film out here with this wind, but I'll give it a go. I'm not going to mention names, but this is my friend's BMW. Actually, might not want to be named on the channel. This is in for service. I might have to check the book, maybe MOT. I don't think it is. No, it's definitely not MOT because both of them. Sorry, the van and the Ignis, that's in for MOT as well. The Transit. So just remember, I forgot to say that. That's why it's getting checked over. So yeah, this is in for a service. I believe it doesn't need a great deal this time round. Just needs an oil and filter change. So like I've said, we've got all the genuine parts in, ready to do, and like a full check over. So obviously it'll be all the brakes checked, suspension, stuff like that, you know, just the general checks. So got some quite cool lights on this car, like they're they're BMW LED, because he come in the other day at night, and it was parked up against that wall, and it had some right fancy lights on the front of it. I do like this style of BMW with the normal size grills, but I have to admit these new things, I don't know if anybody's seen them, where the grills go all the way down like that. They look absolutely revolting. Where I think these slightly older to the brand new BMWs are going to actually start going up in value, because nobody's going to want the new ones with them awful hideous grills in. He's got his roof racks on again, and they're quite, what are they, proper Thule ones, nice and stylish them. Having all the plastic moulded bits on. I bet you they're probably quite good to stop all the noise when you're driving. Again, there's not really much I can film on this car because it's just going to get an oil change, and there's not much I can really show doing an oil change, so to speak. So yeah, like I said, it's a nice spec one, this. It's got all the fancy iDrive system in and little screen on the dash and that. So yeah, all the good stuff in there. Nice, actually, leather and that. Pillarless doors, actually, I've just realised that, because he come in the other day asking about these doors. I didn't even realise that the 1 Series 3-door had pillarless doors. I don't know if that was an option or not. But what is this one again? The 320i, but it is actually the 1.6 turbocharged. BMW back to being confusing about the numbers as per usual. So yeah, that's it. I'll swing this round. I'm struggling to find somewhere to have a quick chat out of the wind, as the van's running in the garage and it's blowing a gale out here. So I'll leave this one here. Just want to try and keep them at sort of 10 minutes or so every day. And that way I can kind of get in what I need to say without kind of stopping away, because as you can see, my dad in there is grafting away and I'm yakking on my phone, which I sometimes feel a little bit guilty for. So I need to get in, get that Suzuki looked over, get on with this BMW, and hopefully, I don't know if he's wanting the pads done, maybe he might change his mind and get them done. So yeah, so how are you guys? Anyways, like I'm mentioning, apart from the garage, this wind, we've just got another weather warning out for tonight. I don't know where it's come from. There was no mention of it, and then all of a sudden it's popped up on my phone about another weather warning. So let's hope we don't get battered again, which I'm not looking forward to, because everything's getting seriously weakened now. Fences, roofs, they all have been battered enough. So I think now we're only one step away from having one more powerful storm, and I think we're going to get some really, really severe damage. So let's hope it stops in time before we actually do get some major damage. So how are you guys doing today? Anything planned? What's your plans? I did go through all my comments last night. It was good to see that you all liked the video that I did on that Toyota Yaris. Yeah, I do a lot of things like that. Again, if any of you guys out there are local to the northeast area and you're fancying buying a car, genuinely, you know, I mean, I don't tend to get too involved with like £500-600, £1,000 cars, but if any of you are going to go out and spend substantial money, you know, like 10, 20, 30 grand on a car, and you're a little bit unsure, this, that and the other, please just contact us, send us a message on YouTube, or go through my Facebook and send us a private message, and I'm more than happy to advise. I know I go on about my Mitsubishi and things like that, but I am kind of like an all-round mechanic. I'm very knowledgeable on like the mainstream stuff up to like the news things. There's a lot of stuff that being in the trade that I know that you may know. Like, you know, you're going to buy a Mercedes and it's got a Renault engine in, or you're going in to buy, you know, like a Peugeot, whatever, you know, it's hard to explain. If you're going in to buy a Toyota van now, they're just sitting in Peugeot. But yet some companies do good mixes, some do not good mixes. So if you are genuinely local to the area and you want a little bit of advice, feel free to contact us. If you are local to the area, I've done it with many of my customers in the past. If I'm free, if I don't have the kids, especially on the summer nights when we've got the lighter nights, I can come along and view the car with you and just pose to be like a family friend, a relative or something like that, and just sit and listen to what they're saying and what deals they're offering and have a good look around the car. I'm quite open to doing anything like that if anybody needs it. So yeah, I'll leave that one here for today. I'm going to get on with some work and I'll get back to you on tomorrow's vlog. I think I've reminded you yesterday in the video, on Friday there won't be a one because we're doing the MOT exam, so there'll only be tomorrow, Thursday, and that'll be it. I might do a quick little video on Friday maybe showing about the MOT exam. Naturally I can't film doing the exam, but I might just show a little bit of what the course involves, and maybe just keep the phone on the, I don't know if it'll pick up the screen on the laptop without it flickering on, but if you'll be interested in seeing what's involved, naturally I don't know if legally you can go looking at the questions and stuff. You probably can, but I can just show you what's involved and do a brief explanation. So if anybody out there fancies becoming an MOT tester, you know what's involved. I mean, the basics, you've got to have your NVQ level 3 and SICK courses and stuff like that, but just if you wanted to see that, let us know in the comments. So yeah, I'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Remember, hit the like button, please, if you enjoy watching this and there's anything you want to say, leave some feedback, leave a comment, and please, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Helps me figures no end. Thank you very much. I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye.